The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check safety. 80 weapons. Hustle, ready.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 25 on second down, Ryan over the middle, and it's incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Wide open receiver, complete. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Wait. Safety's creeping.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Ready. Hey, Tuesday.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan looking deep for Julio. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 53 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Sponge.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Ryan. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it again with Henry. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we... And look at this, it's a fake! And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big first down on a fake punt. What a call, 16 yards. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes just a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Alert 3. Kill, kill, kill. Jim. Alert flare. Kill. Go.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's got some space here. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league. 2
big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Falcons' 1-yard line.
They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Check 3. Check 99. Shit.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Slam! 39. Hey, 59, ready.
Another carry now for Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Line 25. Check line 54. Line 54. Time to go. Night.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check. Line 55. Hey, Alpha. Strip the ball.
On 1st down, Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ryan. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ryan now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
He's coming, double up. 21.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. the things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed and being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey, 51, Sub! He's checking. Hey, Sub!
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
11. Check the backer. Get out.
Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. They do tack on the extra point as well, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Derrick Henry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Hey, Jet. All day, dog. We got double time. We got 4.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making a big-time play?
On 3rd down, Henry.
Check 50.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, 29 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. They are in the 4th in Buffalo. The Patriots, they've widened their lead even further. A win would be their first of the young season. Short kick, it's taken to the 23. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Check.
Again they run with Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Ready. 25. Check. Walk 54. Yeah, let's get set lunch.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Let's go, baby.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical.
Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damages. They react and play it back on the camera. High boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh there with the